Hello friends, welcome to today's class. Today we will read about electric lines of forces. Okay, so let me give the heading. We'll read about electric lines of force. This is also called as electric field lines. Okay. Now, why this is called electric lines of force? Because of this relation F vector is equals to QE. That means your electric field and the force, they are in the same direction. Electric lines of force. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of that? So for that, what I do is, suppose I take a plus Q source charge, capital Q source charge take. Now what will I'll do? I'll keep here. Suppose I keep here a unit test charge. Okay, unit positive charge. I kept a test charge. Then what will be the motion of this test charge due to this source charge capital Q? It is quite obvious. It will move in this direction. It will go away from it. Okay. Now suppose I keep it here. The test charge I keep it here. It will move away. Okay. Now instead of this plus Q source charge, if I'll have a minus Q source charge, then if I keep a Q naught here, test charge, what will be the direction of this motion? Where it will go? It will move towards. Okay. So suppose I keep it Q naught here, then this charge will move towards the source charge. Okay. So basically these dotted lines, when I join, so I will get an imaginary line. So these imaginary lines will be your electric field lines or electric lines of force. Okay. So let me define it now. So we can tell these are imaginary lines, imaginary lines in a region along which a free unit positive charge would move if allowed to do so. Okay, so wherever this test charge moves, that direction will give you the electric field lines. Okay, this doesn't end the definition here. We can also add, and the tangent at any point on the line gives the direction of the electric field at that point. So this is the complete definition of electric lines of force or electric field lines. Okay, now let us get into the properties. What all properties it has? Okay, so let me give a heading. What are the properties of these electric field lines? So the first property I will tell. The first property tells that these lines of force start at positive charges and end at negative charges, but they cannot form closed loops. Okay, now suppose I am given with a positive charge. Suppose I am given with a plus Q charge. Okay, now how will be the field lines? You will see this will be the direction. Okay, it will be outwards drawn. It will be like this. Clear? Suppose it is negative. The source charge is a minus q, negative charge. Okay, so what happens here in this case, the field lines will come into, okay, it will come into like this if it is negative charge. I hope this is clear for plus q and minus q. Okay, let us get into the second property. In the second property, what we have, that the tangent to a line of force at any point gives the direction of the electric field at that point. Okay, now suppose this is my one of the field lines. Okay, so I choose this point, I draw a tangent, this gives me the direction of the electric field at that point. Suppose I choose this point, so the tangent will be along this is the direction of the electric field. Okay, the third property, it tells no two lines of force can cross each other, they cannot intersect. Okay, now what happens if they intersect? This comes as a 1 mark question, why these electric field lines cannot intersect. Suppose this is one of the line, this is another line, they intersect at point A. So at the point of intersection, you see there will be an electric field. I'll draw a tangent like this will be an electric field, and here also I'll draw a tangent, this will also be an electric field. So at this particular point, what are the directions of the electric field? Two different directions. Is it possible at a particular instant of time we'll have two different electric field directions? No. Okay, so we can write they cannot intersect because at the point of intersection, comma, it gives two different directions. It gives two different directions of electric field, which is not possible. Okay, so this is the third point. Now getting into the fourth one, it tells the electric lines of force always come out or terminate. Terminate means getting into the charge or coming out from the charge. Okay, terminate means getting into. Terminate into the charges normally. Okay, so if you look at this diagram which I have drawn, look here, they will come out of the charges normally. That means this will be perpendicular. They will be perpendicularly coming out of the charges. If they are entering, they will also do so perpendicularly. Okay, so this is the fourth property. Coming to the fifth one, what does the fifth one say? Suppose I am having electric field lines in this manner. Okay, this is in this manner, these are the electric field lines. Now what I do, I choose a point in this region, point A, I choose another point B in this region. So if I try to compare what is the electric field in these two regions, okay, what is the magnitude? So what I can do, I can write the electric field at point A is always greater than the electric field at point B. Why? Because this point A in this region, the density, the number of field lines are more. But here the number of field lines density is less. So electric field at A will be greater than B. Okay. Then the sixth point is the field lines are symmetric. They are symmetric about the line joining the two charges. Okay, the field lines has to be symmetric. Then the seventh one, these these lines these lines don't terminate in space. What does it mean? It means they extend up to infinity. Okay, so these are the basically 7 properties of your electric field lines, right? Now let us do one problems which comes to draw the field lines of certain examples. We'll do field lines. Suppose you are given with a plus q charge and here also plus q charge. Okay, so how these electric field lines will be, let us draw the electric field lines. You'll see it will be something like this. In this manner. I have told you it has to be symmetric, so let me draw the symmetry for this. Okay, so they will be symmetric in this manner. So, and one point you will get where the electric field will balance each other. So this is N, which is called the neutral point. Is the neutral point. Okay, so this is one of the examples. Suppose another example, it is asking you, the second one, if it is asking magnitudes of the charges are same, but one is your plus q, the other one is minus q. Suppose magnitude is same but the sign is different. So for that what we do is, first of all we'll draw a straight line so that we can draw symmetric lines. It will come out, this will enter. Okay, and from plus to minus it will go in this manner. Now I have to draw some symmetric electric field lines. It will be like this. Okay, and what about the directions? These will be the directions. Okay, so this is how you draw symmetric lines. Okay, and they will be coming out or entering normally. They have to do so normally. Okay, so this is for plus q and minus q, right? Now suppose in the third one, you are given with a cylinder. You are given with a cylinder and the positive charge is given to that particular cylinder. So the positive charges will remain on the surface, right? So these positive charges will remain on the surface. Then how can we draw the electric field lines? Let us see that. Okay, so for that what we'll do, you'll get lines of something like this. Your electric field lines will be like this, and remember all the time it has to be symmetric. Okay, now what about this one? Here you will see in this manner. Okay, come out like this. What about here? It will be in this manner. So this will be my electric field lines for a cylinder when the charges are distributed over the surface. Okay, let us do another one. Suppose you are given with a plus q charge. In the fourth one, suppose you are given with a, here it is a plus q charge, right? And you have an uncharged conducting plate. You have an uncharged conducting plate. So this is an uncharged conducting plate. Okay, conducting plate. Now what I do is, because of this plus q charge, which charge is going to be induced in this conducting plate? It is quite obvious, the negative charges will be induced here due to the presence of plus q charge. So these negative charges are your induced negative charges. Then how to draw the field lines? It is quite easy. So from here, and we'll have some symmetric lines in this manner. Okay, and the direction will be like this. So this comes as a 1 mark question. Okay, so this will be your answer. You can write like this. Coming to the next example, suppose you are given with two charges. This is plus, this is also plus. Okay, but the difference is here it is 4q, here it is q. That means magnitude is different. Then how can I draw the field lines? You will see I was talking about when the two positive charges were there, I was talking about this neutral point. You will see when the magnitudes are different, this neutral point will shift. And always remember the neutral point will be shifting towards the lower magnitude side. Okay, so how will I draw the field lines? It will be something like this. Okay, you'll be doing like this. Okay, I'll do some symmetric lines, and this one will go in this manner. Okay, and what you'll find your neutral point will shift somewhere towards the less magnitude side. Okay, so this is all about few examples of how to draw electric field lines for different charge combinations, and these are the 7 important properties of electric lines of forces. Okay, so this is it. So if you have any queries, you can mail me in the mail ID which is given below. Okay, so thank you for your kind patience.